He beat him.
Oh!
Stripped him. Well, he gave a little knock-knock on the head, and when he left, well, he left him for dead. Now, it so happened, a priest came by, and the poor broken man he spied. He said,
You're not an altar boy.
and he passed on the other side. Now, it so happened a judge came by, but he barely broke his stride. He said,
Oh, so sorry. Important debate about that white and gold dress again.
It is blue and black, just so you know.
I saw that gold. Okay, so, but then there happened upon the man, a poor and lowly Samaritan.
First he took pity, then he took time. He bathed the man's wounds in oil and wine.
He bandaged his wounds and carried him right to the nearest to comfort him. And then there he paid the man's room and board with 2 pieces of silver he could not afford, and said to the innkeeper,
Please take care of him, and if you should spend any more, I shall repay you on my way back.
Now, which of these 3 was a neighbor to the man? The priest, the judge, or the Samaritan?
The Samaritan.
You all win the prize. Now all of you go and do likewise. So always treat others as you would have others treat you. You have learned that they were told, love your neighbor, hate your enemy. But what I tell you is this, love your enemies, and pray for your persecutors.
You don't mean...
I do. If you love only those who love you, what is there extraordinary in that? I tell you, even the heathens do as much. No, your goodness must know no bounds, just as your heavenly Father's goodness knows no limit. But be careful not to make a show of your religion before men, for if you do, no reward awaits you in the kingdom of my Father. No, when you do some act of charity, don't announce it with a flourish of trumpets as the heathens do in the synagogues and in the streets. I tell you, they do it just to win admiration from men. No. When you do some act of charity, don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing.
Did you just say that?
Your good deed must be in secret.
Okay. Let me get this straight. So what the good master here is trying to tell us is that when God is telling a little secret on us, he calls on his angels and writes it down on this big whiteboard for everybody in heaven to see. And
No. When your heavenly Father, who sees what is done in secret, he will what?
Reward you.
You all ready for a story? Okay. There once was a rich man who dressed in purple and the finest linens.
Thank you for calling Donald Trump Enterprises. This is the Donald.
Every day he feasted in great magnificence.
I like my steak cooked medium well. If you can't do that, you're fired.
So too happened at the rich man's gate lay a poor, sickly old man named Lazarus.
Lazarus!
Come on down.
Yeah, get him again.
Hey, up with that,
He was great the first time.
Now, poor Lazarus would have been so happy to have filled his belly with the scraps from the rich man's table.
Hi, I'm Lazarus. Would it be possible to have a scrap of bread from your table, Donald, or maybe a Pop-Tart?
Even the dog is used to his open running sores. Oh, one day, poor Lazarus died. And was carried away.
Hey, get up, come on.
To be with Abraham and the angels. Now, the rich man, well, he also died. and was buried in Hades to be with the demon.
Oh, this must be what it's like to stay at a Hilton hotel.
The rich man looked up to Abraham, Lazarus, and the angels and cried out,
Oh, Father Abraham, do me a favor, send Lazarus to dip his finger in water and cool the tip of my tongue, for I am in agony in this tongue.
Oi, Mr. Trumpers, you listen here, okay? You look me straight in the eye when I'm talking to you. When you were on the air, you had like the everything. You had like the bling-bling, the this, that, the pansit, the lumpia, okay? You had nothing. Zero. So now it is he who is in the consolation, and you're in like the constipation.
Well, then send Lazarus to my father's house, the Trump Towers, the Trump Soho, the Trump Taj Mahal. I have 4 brothers I'd like to warn so that they too may not end up in this dump.
Ay, nako, you're so crazy. Look, they have Moses and the prophets. Let them listen to them.
But surely if someone should rise from the dead, then they would listen.
Listen here, you. I'm only going to say this once, okay? You listen here good, okay? If they're not going to listen to Moses and the prophets, they're not going to listen to anybody, even if someone should rise from the dead.
Let me see your birth certificate. I don't know how you got this job, but I would take
You
it
want
from
to see it?
I
Okay,
were-
let me.
Yes.
It's in the balikbayan
I
box. You
don't
want to
believe
see it?
you. I'm not giving you your birth certificate. Where is it?
Violence is not the answer. I can see a swath of sinners sitting yonder, and they're acting like a pack of fools. Gazing into space, they let their minds wander instead of studying the good Lord's rules. You better pay attention, build your comprehension. There's gonna be a quiz of your ascension, not to mention any threat of hell. But if you're smart, you'll learn your lessons well.